What is going on, guys? I am SceptileMC or George, here to bring you my GBA Season 6 Semifinals Team Builder against Lord Envy, coach of the San Diego Chimchargers. I didn't even say I'm coach of the San Francisco Arcaniners, jeez. Before I get into the video, I just want to say me and Envy are meant to battle in literally like half an hour. And I'm leaving for college tomorrow morning, and I'm still packing. Obviously, I don't have any of my YouTube stuff packed up yet. My clothes are still on the floor. Everything's a mess, and it's just so stressful. And oh my god, and I have a little cough going. You guys can probably hear it in my voice that it's a little more mellow, I guess you could say. Just more quiet, more deep. Yeah, so I figured now's the greatest time as ever then. Just making sure, hold on. Now's the greatest time as ever to record my team builder video 30 minutes before I do my battle. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. So you guys see immediately, you see an offensive fortress with 1 attack and 3 types of hazards. So basically, I don't think I'll ever go for spikes against this guy. I don't think spikes is something I'll ever be getting up. I got the Q-step area obviously, but I really think what I'll be doing is I'll be going for Toxic Spikes turn 1, because I'm assuming that if he brings the Dawn Fan, that'll be a Salt Vest or something like that, and that is going to be the Rapid Spinner of his team. I believe Togekiss is going to be Choice Scarf. I didn't even go over this man's team. Let me go over this man's team real quick. So he's got a Togekiss, a Mega Ampharos, a Keldeo, a Dawn Fan, a Gyarados, a Haxorus, a Gorbis, a Wobbuffet, a Blaziken, a Sneasel, Jirachi. Put me on the Pokemon rap. Jeez. Honestly, I can tell you guys the team I think he's going to bring, but it's Envy, and he could switch it up in a heartbeat. So I'm just going to say what I think he'll bring, and we'll go from there. So Togekiss, he's bringing. It's going to be Choice Scarfed. That's my honest opinion. It's going to be his way of dealing with my Manaphy. It's going to outspeed me. He's going to go for Air Slashes versus my entire team. Yep, Mega Ampharos might come, but that's kind of iffy. It's kind of in the air there because I do have stuff like my Mamoswine, even my Manaphy, my Gardevoir, so we might not bring that one. The Keldeo I feel is definitely coming. It's going to be Life Orb. It's going to bring Choice Scarf Togekiss, a Life Orb Keldeo, AV Dawn Fan, Jirachi with some type of weird item that's not Choice Scarfed. Sneasel might come. Gorbis might come. Haxorus and Gyarados might come. So those are the 4 that could fill the last 2 slots. But the Jirachi, the Togekiss, the Keldeo, and the Dawn Fan are for sure coming. I'm pretty much 100% positive on that. The Sneasel's probably going to be a Bandit set or Life Orb set if he brings it. Haxorus is going to be set up with the Dragon Dance or the Swords Dance because that worked so well against me last time. The Gyarados probably just going to be Dragon Dance if he brings it. The way I went into this battle is I lost last time because I didn't expect certain things. And my team has changed a lot since then. So I'm really hoping that because I changed my team so much, he's not going to be able to run the same things. For example, Rock Polish Dawn Fan. And if he does, I do have some countermeasures actually for that. So, yep, my way of thinking of it was my defense doesn't beat his offense. But my offense, I think, can beat his offense pretty soundly. So that's where I'm going with this battle. I'm going hyper offensive. I'm literally going to go for hazards, go for explosion if I can, and then sweep his team with my mons. And this is pretty much how I'm going to do it. So, Sturdy Q-Stap, I got the Stealth Rock Spikes, the Explosion, and Toxic Spikes. Turn 1, I'm going for Toxic Spikes 90% of the time because the Dawn Fan is going to be the switch-in for the Rapid Spin. And then I'll probably set up rocks after. If I'm not in Q-Step range, that'd be great. If I am in Q-Step range, I'm using it for my Stealth Rocks. Because if he brings the Togekiss, then there is always a chance that'll be the Defogger. Well, I'm almost confident the Dawn Fan is going to be the Rapid Spinner. Togekiss could be a Defogger. So I do have rocks as well for that. Spikes, I just don't feel Spikes works as well in this game. But I still have it in case for some reason I'm able to set up my Spikes, my rocks, not be in Q-Step still and be like, I'm going for Spikes now. So I do have that, of course. Max speed for no reason at all, really. Just got max speed because I want to be in Q-Step range if I can. And just Adamant Nature max attack so I can boom. But I think, honestly, he's going to see that I have no item. He's going to see that I'm a lead. And he's going to switch into Jirachi as soon as he sees me go for Toxic Spikes and he drops me to my Sturdy. So I think he's going to go into something like Jirachi. And I'm just going to set up my rocks at that point. Because I'm not going to boom. I really don't think I'll get off an explosion in that game. Next up, we're bringing a Pokemon that I was very confused of what set to bring. Infernape is a very versatile Pokemon, and it's one that does very well in the draft format because of that, but Sometimes I feel with building with it is I have a problem deciding the set I want to run because I have a lot of good options. It's not I'm saying like if it's a bad Pokemon, don't draft it. Of course you should draft it. But there's a lot of different options I can run with it. I debated Nasty Plot, SD, a Life Orb Mixed Attacker, Choice Scarfed, and Choice Banded. I had 5 sets to choose from. It could fill any of those roles perfectly. But eventually I went with Choice Scarfed. And the reason I went with Choice Scarfed is because I am very... This is going back to Togekiss being Choice Scarfed. I want to be able to outspeed that Togekiss. For my team is very offensive, and Togekiss can put a hurting on me. A very big hurting on me. So I have to be extremely careful with that Pokemon. Especially because I'm just so... I don't know why I'm so bent on it being Choice Scarfed, but I really just have a feeling it's going to be. I also outspeed the Sneasel this way. Don't have to run priority. The Jirachi, I outspeed a Scarf set guaranteed. The Keldeo, I outspeed guaranteed. If it's not Scarfed, it's probably not. It's going to be Life Orb, but just in case. I can U-turn around his team. I can go for a Choice Scarf T-Punch against things like the Gyarados if it tries to set up on me, or the Gorbis if it tries to set up. I outspeed the Mons that try to set up with this set, and I also outspeed all the Scarfers he has. So this Mon just basically, it outspeeds everything, and I ran just a basic set. I had to go max speed, max attack, max speed because he has a Keldeo. If the Keldeo is Choice Scarf and Timid max speed, we speed tie. I'd rather have a speed tie than him outspeed me 100% and just KO me. So that's why I went with that set. The Thunder Punch with the Iron Fist is there for things like the Togekiss if I have to, the Gyarados and the Gorbis. It's really it. If he brings the Wobbuffet, could have a little bit of an issue with Wobbuffet. I'm not going to lie, I could have an issue with Wobbuffet. This team's not designed to take out Wobbuffet. It's designed to hit things hard, and Wobbuffet takes hard hits and KOs Mons back, so I could have a problem with that if he brings it. Maybe he won't bring it, though. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't. Next up, we got Mamoswine right here. So, Mamoswine, I decided to run a bit of an interesting set. Now, I know, I'm saying this now, I know the last time MV faced a Mamoswine, he ran Yachi Berry on his Gyarados, which is why I'm thinking he's not going to run Yachi Berry this time, which is why I'm running Freeze Dry over the Stone Edge. One, I don't want to miss Stone Edge. I feel like I'm going to miss it 10 times out of 10 in this match. I just don't think I'm going to have the luck. So I'm running Freeze Dry. If he brings Yachi Berry again, then good, very good for him. But in my opinion, I just don't think he'll run it. I think he'll expect me to know that he ran Yachi Berry last time and changed it up to Rock Slide or Stone Edge. So that's why I'm going for Freeze Dry. This Pokemon absolutely demolishes his team. I was so bent on debating if I should run a Choice Scarf set or a Choice Bandit set, and I was just thinking, you know what? The ability to change up my moves is going to be key, especially on a hyper-offensive team like this. I want to be able to pick off something with Ice Shard, then threaten something with Earthquake, or threaten something with Earthquake, then maybe pick off a Choice Scarf, a Togekiss with Ice Shard. So, running 3 Ice-type moves, and then Earthquake. And 140 speed puts me at a point where I can outspeed max speed Gorbis and max speed Mega Ampharos if I have to. Pretty much other than that, I don't need to outspeed anything. The Togekiss, again, Togekiss 1, it's either max speed, Choice Scarfed, or he's running bulky, and he's not going to be max speed. So that's where I'm going from that. And unless there's another Mon I need to talk about with this, no, really, Jirachi outspeeds me anyway. Haxorus outspeeds me anyway, so I go for Adamant Life Orb Ice Shard. The Donphan I outspeed with this set as well. I do outspeed 100%. Keldeo outspeeds me. Blaziken speed ties me, but if he brings it, it'll be choice in some way in my opinion, or he'll have priority Vacuum Wave like he did in one battle. So I'm thinking that the rest of the EVs I put into HP, and then I put 4 into defense and 4 into special defense because that just distributes evenly so that I get the most bulk possible out of this Pokemon. I also have 199 HP. That is crucial because then I get the 19 HP Life Orb instead of 20 HP Life Orb. So just a little thing, I can go for 11 hits instead of 10 hits with this Pokemon right now. So pretty good in my opinion. Next up, we got Manaphy. Now this set, you guys are probably looking at it and you're just like, George, you messed up your EVs. The 252 and the 4 are meant to be switched. No, they're not. So with this, well, first of all, I'm running Surf over Scald. The reason being is this Pokemon is not meant to stay in, take hits, and burn things. It's meant to set up a Tail Glow and sweep the fucking team. I'm going for Surfs for power. I need the extra power there, and why am I running max defense? George, why the hell are you running max defense over max special attack? Because after a Tail Glow, I OHKO everything anyway. Everything dies. to this Pokemon. And that's kind of why I'm thinking he's bringing a Choice Scarf Togekiss. Also, this helps me with the fact that Keldeo. I'm almost certain that Keldeo is going to be Choice Specs or Life Orb. I can live 2 Life Orb Secret Swords with max defense. With max HP, I can't. With max special attack, I can't. Max defense, I can, and I will. So this is just more of like, he goes for Tail Glow, and he kills the Donphan. I'm going to go into Keldeo because I outspeed. He's at like 55%. I can take him out from this range. No, I'm max defense, and I take like 45% from that. Plus my leftovers, yeah, no. The Sneasel's knockoff, not going to be doing as much as he would have liked. The Gyarados' Waterfall, not doing as much as he would have liked. The Bounce, not even close. Haxorus can't KO me with an Outrage at +1. Jirachi, if it wants to go for Heart Stamp against me, I'm max defense with leftovers. Good luck with that. And pretty much, yeah, I just OHKO everything after a Tail Glow. I just Togekiss if it's offensive, dies to an Ice Beam. Mega Ampharos dies to an Ice Beam. Keldeo dies to an Energy Ball. Donphan dies in general. Gyarados, a little bit trickier there, but 2 Ice Beams will kill it anyway. Haxorus dies to Ice Beam. Gorbis dies to Energy Ball. The Wobbuffet dies to Surf. And the Blaziken dies to Surf. The Sneasel dies to Surf. And Jirachi dies to Surf. So, while I'm losing a bit of power there, I'm going to have Toxic Spikes up. Because this team is... If he wants to spin and he wants to defog me, my team is so offensive that if he wants to do any of those things, something's going to die. Something on his team is going to have to take an L for that reason. If he wants to Rapid Swim with Donphan, sorry, you're taking an Ice Cold Crash. Sorry, you're taking a Surf or I'm setting up on you. If you want to defog away, take an Ice Cold Crash still. So, really, that's the whole thing about it with my max defense there. I would rather be able to take the Secret Sword that I know is going to come against this Manaphy, rather than not be able to take it and have that extra special attack, which does absolutely nothing for me. So that is that Pokemon right there, guys. Next up, we have Big Bro, and you guys might notice this set. You guys might recognize this. That's because the live I did with the Snorlax set, with the Q-Stap, Curse, Return, Earthquake, Self-Destruct, Max Attack Adamant with Max Defense, was literally me practicing with this set. I know Snorlax can do a bunch of work against this guy's team. I go for Curse. Bandit Donphan doesn't even do half to me anymore. Doesn't even do half. And then I go for a turn. I get Q-Stap. The main plane here is I go for Curse. He goes into Keldeo or something. I return the Keldeo, KO the Keldeo. He goes into something like Jirachi or the Togekiss to flinch me. Self-Destruct or Earthquake with Q-Stap Berry. Dead. Gone. Just like that. 2 Pokemon out of the way, and I still have a +1 Snorlax that I could use. So, Snorlax is going to be incredibly important. I feel like I'm going to be setting up my Toxic Spikes initially and my Rocks, and I'm just going to go right into Snorlax, where if he wants to spin or defog, I'm going for Curse, and I'm sweeping him with something. I'm going to get a few kills with that. It's basically, each mon is designed to the point where it can get 1 to 2 kills reliably. Snorlax with a Q-Stap Self-Destruct with Gluttony, I need to be under 50%, and I get off a 200 base power normal attack, which gets 300 base power off of an Adamant base 110 attack Pokemon. Manaphy sweeps, then from if 2-3 Pokemon are down, Manaphy can come in then and go for Tail Glow, or the Mamoswine can revenge kill something. And Furnip is there mainly just U-turn around the team. Just U-turn around, get initiative into my other Pokemon, and yeah, so hold on. Oh. George had to burp. George still has to burp. George needs water. Oh, okay. So, the last Pokemon I have is Gardevoir. Now, this was initially something else, and I'm going to talk about this really quick, because this team was made... I made the team a while ago, because I knew I would probably play Envy in the playoffs, whether it was in the first round, or if I got to the second round, I'd play him in the second round. And I made this set with Sceptile, and it was Endor, Lychee Berry with Leaf Blade, T-Punch, and Earthquake with the Unburden, and it was just going to be the Pokemon that if I kill Sneasel and he tries to go for Shell Smash, I go into this, I go for Endor, I get my Unburden and my Lychee Berry, and it's great. And I literally killed the entire team. Every single Pokemon died from around like 60% health, which is a Stealth Rock switch in and a Toxic Spike switch in. And you're already down to 75%. And that's if you don't switch out. So I was just really hoping that would work. And then I went to test the team, and Sceptile is illegal, because Endure and Burden don't work, because Endure is in fact a Battle Frontier. Yes, it's the Battle Frontier. It's a Battle Frontier move. You can't get them Burden in Gen 3, so you can't do anything. And because the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire didn't introduce the Battle Frontier, it wasn't available to get Endure, which means Endure and Burden was banned. And I decided at that point, the Sceptile set, immediately I was like, shit, well, I'm testing, I might as well just throw on like Life Orb, like Leaf Storm, and like Giga Drain, and it just didn't do the way I wanted it to do. So at that point I was like, I think Sceptile has to be scrapped from the team, and I was like, okay, what does Sceptile do? Well, it mainly checked the water types on his team, as well as it gave me something to switch into to switch in and revenge kill things. And because I wasn't able to bring it, it really emphasized that I needed to bring this Scarf on the Infernape, and then I could run AV Gardevoir. So what AV Gardevoir does for me is that the Keldeo, I prepped a lot for Keldeo, as you guys can see. The Keldeo, the Mega Ampharos, the Gorbis, I'm going to pull up the team again, the Gorbis, the Togekiss, even the Wobbuffet, they don't, after the hazards, they don't appreciate any hit. And after Rocks and Toxic Spikes, go for Shadow Ball, predicting the Jirachi, that's great. Max Special Attack, Max HP for, again, I'm going back to Togekiss here. Togekiss outspeeds me somehow, and just goes for Air Slashes. I can take quite a few Air Slashes, and I can get off a T-Bolt or a Psyshock. The Keldeo can't touch me for shit. Specs Hydro Pump, of course, it's a Specs Hydro Pump off a Keldeo, that could do a lot, and also a Life Orb Hydro Pump. But other than that, pretty much fine with anything else happening. It's a switch into Haxorus if I need to. Of course, you might have the Earthquake, Poison Japs, or just something like that to take me out, but it's just like a pivot, I guess. Basically, Gardevoir is going to be the Pokemon that's going to be taking the hits if I need to. If I overpredict, if I mispredict, just something happens and something needs to take a hit. On the special side, I'm going into my Kaguya, into Gardevoir, and we're just going to Moonblast or Psyshock or Shadow Ball or T-Bolt. But yeah, guys, this was a very long team builder. I'm not used to posting team builders that are 17 minutes long, but I did have a lot to say about this team. And I feel I prepped to the best of my ability. I don't feel I could compete in this game if I brought a balanced team. I felt like his offense would have just destroyed my defense. If I brought a more bulky team, I felt he just would have run through me with the Togekiss, and the Jirachi is going for Iron Head and Air Slash if I couldn't outspeed them. And just in general, I need to go back to my roots, and my roots is offensive predictions, balls to the wall. You either take the game and you do as good as you can, or you overpredict and you lose because of it. But that's how I've always played, and I feel I kind of deviated away from that this season. I tried to play more safe. I tried to play less risky. And what makes me the player I am is me making those risky plays. Me having the balls to be like, you know what? If he clicks this move and I double switch, I'm going to lose the game because the Pokemon I bring in is just going to die. But I'm willing to take the risk because the reward is so much greater. And I need to make plays like this. And with this kind of team, I feel like I have to make those plays. And yep, we're going to see how it goes, guys. I'm going to check my Discord and we're going to see if he messaged me. If not, I'll probably battle in like half an hour or so. And yeah, guys, so the next time I see you, I will have known if I made it to the finals for the second season in a row, or if I lose to Envy again, which would be pretty horrific. I feel so bad if I lost to Envy again, but he's a great battler, guys. If you don't know who he is, then you're stupid. Go check out Lord Envy. Yeah, guys, that's it. So, until next time, guys, I'm SceptileMC or George, the coach of your San Francisco Arcaniners, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!